Hi, this is just Wade, recording what will be just a teaser for the audio for another of the Faith Fitness Fellowship Formation series. This is session 9 on habits. And I'm just walking around the neighborhood around Resurrection Lutheran Church on the south side, where I've been serving lately as their vacancy pastor, getting to know the neighborhood and sometimes some of the neighbors. But in this session, in the audio, you'll see I talk about habits and character. The ancients knew, the Greek philosophers knew very well, that habit and character went together. Aristotle talked about this, that you have to habituate yourself to virtue. You want to consciously do virtuous things so that they become second nature, part of your character. They're characteristic of what you do and who you are, so that they begin to come naturally to you. Now, as Christians, we know this isn't how righteousness before God works. We're not saved by our habits or by planning or by our character, but we do know that coming to faith is meant to change our character. Jesus says a good tree will bear good fruit. And so my habits and my character do help me to serve my neighbor and to flourish as God has created me to be. Habits can go one of two ways. We can have habits that cultivate virtue, or unhelpful habits, habits that cultivate vice, or things that are at the very least less good for me and less helpful for my neighbor. So in this session, I talk a little bit about forming good habits. What are some habits that it's useful to form, how to form them, and how to kind of take inventory and think about those habits you may have formed unintentionally or intentionally that aren't working how they really should, or they are working how they should, which is not conducive with your flourishing or serving your neighbor. So hopefully you'll get a chance to take a listen to that session. It went up today. You can find it on whatever podcatcher you prefer to use, or on the Let the Bird Fly website, letthebirdfly.com. But as we're thinking about how do we best take care of ourselves and then take care of others, how do we flourish, how are we formed, habits are a very powerful thing. And really in all the sessions so far, to a degree, we've been talking about things that have to do with habits. What am I doing regularly? What am I doing intentionally? And why am I doing it? What is it for? And so hope you'll give it a listen. Hopefully we can all take an inventory of our habits and strive to cultivate those which are good for our neighbor, which are good for our health, which is also good for our neighbor, and which flow from our faith and our relationship with God in Christ. Hope you have a great day, and let the bird fly.